Good evening, everyone. So we are back here with presented by Literary Warriors Group. We are here for 69th English poetry session online. Sorry for the delay today. We start at 9, but because of some technical difficulties, we had to start a little late, but it will be even more fun. So don't worry about the fun. So here we are in the month of December and closely moving towards Christmas, the festival of joy, light, and a lot of stories about Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. So now, poetry is a lot about emotion, and there is a lot we can connect through our poetry to various festivals that we celebrate throughout the year. And here I am with some very beautiful poets. We have Juhi Gupte, we have Dr. Balesh Jindal, we have Poornima Rao ji, we have Protima Arora ji, and we have Urvi. So I'm ready to listen to some beautiful poetry from all these beautiful poets, and I hope and I'm sure that you will enjoy them too. So because it is too late, and because we have some new additions to the online session, I will call someone who has been coming on online sessions and reciting poetry right from the beginning of Literary Warriors Group. So, to start with, um, there is a lot to talk about this poet at such a young age. Juhi Gupte has been doing a lot in the field of poetry, getting poets together so that they can share their thoughts. And also, Juhi has been awarded for her poetry. She writes in Hindi and English both. She also translates. And today she is with us to share her poetry. Juhi, please come on stage and recite your first poetry for us.
Thank you so much, Asha. And with since you kind of called me first, and I'm not used to because usually I'm the host and I narrate last. So I would just quote two lines wherein I was reading this very Christmassy book by James Norbury. It's an book with illustrations, and you would love it because you are an artist as well. So the line is between the panda and the tiny dragon. And Panda asked the tiny dragon, "What is most beautiful, the journey or the destination? What is most beautiful and important, the journey or the destination?" So Panda answers him, "Well, the company." And here I am with this prestigious, eminent company. And with Dr. Balesh Jindal, Urvi Mehta ji, Poornima Rao. I've been adoring you and Promila Arora and you, Asha, of course. And and I ask myself in the December month how much is enough. And the
Okay, for some reason we
come to the
have lost
poetry straight
Juhi
away. I would
and
just
she
come to
is
the
coming back online.
yeah. So the poem is titled "How Much Is Enough" because this is what we ask ourselves.
Okay.
So I'd come to the poem as I sat with an empty jar. I sat with an empty jar, checking on the year bygone, being me nowhere at par, with those who were way ahead at everything that meets the eye. Their accolades, happiness, cheer, worth the envy, oh my. A perfect body, a swollen bank account. No family woes? I sulked for a while. I sulked for quite a while, but then I thought to compile counted blessings that I have. A cozy room, a coffee, and few smiles. The text, the phone calls, the wishes umpteen. I put on the colored papers and dropped in. To my surprise. To my surprise, soon the jar was full. In no time, then I inked the poem. Then I inked the poem that didn't perfectly rhyme. Not caring for best pictures for the likes and comments from the virtual world that sublimes, I want to count my happiness with people around me and not yours. So this is enough.
How sweet. This is a lovely poem, Juhi, and a
Thank you.
very great example of how, when we think about things that happen to us mostly and unconsciously, we think about negative things and we forget how much joy we shared with people around us and how much happiness we have lived through the years, through the moments and months that we go by. Very beautiful
Yes,
thought, Julie. Thank you
thank you.
so much. So, with that lovely poem and the gratefulness towards life, we move ahead to our next poet. And next, I wish to call Balesh Jindal ji. Dr. Balesh Jindal is an author, artist, poet, photographer, and physician practicing for 40 years. She has written two poetry collections and one non-fiction book. She was awarded the Day of Compassion Award by Stanford University and has been mentioned by BBC.com and other international journals. Her art adorns the walls of collectors around the world. Publications Dear Father, A Hundred Dreams, and The Reluctant Doctor. Her poems are a part of around 10 anthologies. That is quite an introduction, Dr. Balesh. We are ready for your poetry. Take the stage. You're on mute, I think, Dr. Balesh. Uh, Still on mute.
Sorry, got it. I said thank you for the generous introduction, Asha ji. And I will. So, this poem is titled, this is from my new book called A False Sky, which was just released in September this year. So, this is titled Hope. So, it's about about women, how they work, and all your life you keep working. It could be actually a man or a woman, anyone. So this is titled Hope. Thread by thread, torn, tattered, and riven in grief, deformed, defaced, and disfigured, leashed of all pigment, she lay huddled, savaged, scathed, and slandered. She stared vacantly and knew not who she was. Her flesh still hurt, but the heart had frozen. She could weep all the river's worth, but that would give them more pleasure, wouldn't it? Silent and stoically, she waited, stony faced, rebuilding, redesigning herself. Life was her battle, to lose or win. She was her own hope, she knew. She arose, smiled at the sky, and walked past, unshaken and unperturbed, tossing her mane vaingloriously, not in vengeance, but in certainty of her own artful arsenals of hope. Petty pity was not for her, hope was her armor and artillery.
That is such a beautiful poem, Balesh ji. Uh, Purnima ji, would you like to comment on this poem?
Yeah, it's the finding of one's own self that has been really highlighted, I think. We
Yes,
struggle, we strive all our lives to please someone else
I
and
again
we forget
love it.
ourselves. And
Absolutely.
when you get up trying to laud your own self, that is, I think, a defining moment. Very good, Balestin.
Thank you, Ji.
So
Thank you. Thank you.
beautiful. So once I was telling a friend who was going through depression that keep yourself healthy physically and mentally because when no one is with you, you have to stand for yourself. That's what I got from your poem, Balesh ji.
Thank you,
Such a
Ji. Thank
beautiful
you,
poem.
Asha Ji. Thank you.
Next, we move ahead to none other than Purnima ji. Poornima ji, Mrs. Purnima Rao is a teacher by profession, teaching physics at the plus two level. She retired after serving for a mammoth 37 years of prestigious school in Jabalpur, MP. She has a passion for learning and understanding languages in depth. She pens down her thoughts either as prose or poetry on issues that touch her heart. She also hosts and coordinates online poetry meets. Her poems have been published in four anthologies: Goonj, The Breaking of Shackles, Mosaic of Poetical Musings, Vakt Ek Rahasya, Unscrambling Time, and Yug Purush, Sri Ram Yogi series. She is interested in understanding the scriptures in depth and is currently pursuing Gita chanting and study through online classes. Such a beautiful introduction, Purnimaji, and imparting this knowledge to your students. The stage is yours, and we are waiting for your poem.
Thank you, Asha ji, for those lovely words. They're always so very encouraging. Thank you all. Actually, Christmas is in the air, and the air is getting cold too. So, a bright mix of red, green, and gold is a real cheery mix. So, my poem is on Christmas, a hope and a prayer. Red, green, and gold, the Christmas mix, when seen, warms the heart and gives a reason to be. With gifts, smiles, and decors in stream, a season's hope for each one's dream. Let the Christmas candles glow in amity to drive away the darkness of enmity shrouded in ignorance to far, far infinity, and illuminate the true path of humanity. Let's brighten a face and loosen a wrinkle. Let's mitigate pain and be a kind jingle. Let's give in abandon and not in wriggle. Let's wipe a tear and bring back a giggle. A prayer too for less of red blood spilling in rife and more of promising green in eternal life. Let each heart golden beat to sympathize in fervor and faith for mankind torn in strife. Thank you.
So I was
No
saying
problem.
that Purnimaji, with your poem, we have officially entered Christmas mood on this
Thank
session.
you. Thank you so much.
True. And with that beautiful Christmassy poem, we move to our next poet, Pramila Arora ji. Please, Pramila ji, go ahead.
Welcome, ma'am. Promila, ma'am, please with your poem. We all love you, we all know you, but then we will just give a little introduction again.
I think we lost her. Is she there?
Her
Hello, Pramila.
camera is not there. No problem. We can move to Urvi Mehta then.
I know. Urvi ji, as you requested, now we are ready for your poem. And as we are facing some issues with the technicalities of the session today, I would request you to come on the stage and recite a poem for us.
Fine, fine. I'm here. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Okay, fine. It's the winter season, and I've written something on the winter season, which is many people's favorite season. So let's see why it is favorite. The silence of winter. Winter speaks more than it seems. A silent whisper, yet it screams. The chilling wind, the fading light, brief days and long enduring nights. Birds migrate, animals hibernate, the earth continues to rotate. Humans prepare for a new season, change in attire and diet for a reason. I love the warmth of my duvet and the sunshine of midday. When my woolens hug me tight, I feel the winter's frosty bite. I drape with style and flaunt with pride. Jackets, ponchos, sweaters by my side. I shield myself from the gnawing cold to feel warm and snug, secure and bold. I can hear the clock still ticking, reminding me that time is kicking. Winter shall pass, and so this year, as we usher in another cheer. New year promises new sunshine, fresh goals, new hopes, new designs. Release old grudges, let them go. Winter teaches endings, let life flow. Thank you.
So beautiful. You have described winter so beautifully that I really want to go out now. I wish I was somewhere where I could enjoy the snow. I think Balesh ji is somewhere where she can see the snow and enjoy it for
I am in
on
the
our
middle
behalf
of
as
the
well.
snow. Yeah.
Okay. And we have Pramila ji back. Pramila ji, we lost you for some time. I hope you are ready with your poem because we are for your poem.
Pramila ji, we are trying to speak with you. Hello.
Are you able to?
Hello everyone.
Hello, Pramila ji. Are you able to hear us?
Wait for a minute.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I have a hearing issue and my device got discharged.
We can hear you, Pramila ji. So if you are
Yes,
able
now
to hear
I'll
me, please
recite my
recite
poem
your
only.
poem.
Can you
Sure.
listen me?
Yeah, we
Yes.
can.
Yes.
We can.
It was said that the first poem will be dedicated to Christmas. I just wish you Merry Christmas and I dedicate my poem to Christmas. It is not on the subject, but I think you will relish it. It is Quest of Horizon. The poem is Quest for Horizon. In the quest of horizon, wandering hither and thither, ask the fishermen, sailor, the food givers, the men starving with hunger about horizon. Oh, fishermen, see horizon in fish and sailor in oars. Food providers, see it in the mother earth, and man starving finds it in bread. He can't see anything beyond. The artist has painted horizon on canvas. The musician feels it in its twinkling in gametes, and the writer, swayed in the flow of words, flies beyond the horizon. And love, oh, love is infinite and boundless. How there can be any horizon? All of a sudden, met a woman with a baby clinging to her breast. Pointing the baby, she said, "This is my horizon. When I was a child, the love of father and brother was my horizon. Then the journey from beloved to wife was my horizon. In the journey of being mother from wife, all the horizons entered in my existence. And now I don't look for any horizon. All the horizons move with me. All the horizons move with me. Thank you.
That is such a beautiful poem, Pramila ji. Urvi ji, would you like to comment on this poem?
Yes, I would like to say the last lines were simply beautiful. All the horizons flow with me. Simply beautiful.
True. Absolutely. As a
Thanks.
human being with so many relations going with us and sailing through this journey, we cannot ignore any horizon that we look forward to. And everything goes with us, sails with us. So beautiful thoughts from Milaji.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, um, to tell you the truth, I don't really write poetry a lot in English. It's mostly Hindi. So my poetry is not on Christmas, but of course it is on the dilemma that we face, and we finally realize, okay, we are the one who have to take the first step to
Welcome,
end the
Asha.
negativity on in our life. Thank you so much, Juhi. So it's very short and sweet, or may not be sweet. It is death of a relationship. Can you see these broken pieces of glass? Can you see these broken pieces of glass? They are my emotion, my love, affection, and care, scattered on the floor, smeared with blood, and ignored again and again and again, till I gave up and threw them. I carefully brushed them off the floor into a scoop and tossed them in the dustbin, away from my sight and cleared from my head. And that was the end of the relationship. Not when we argued, fought, and made each other cry. The relationship died when I decided not to try.
Man, lovely.
Very nice.
Superb,
Thank you so much.
simply superb.
Thank you so much. So, this was my short and sweet poem, which was not very
Nice. Very
Christmassy, but
nice.
I thought maybe I will
Yeah, I know.
recite this one. So, with this, we start the second round of this session, this beautiful session. And I would like to thank all the viewers who have joined us in this. Neelam ji has always been here encouraging us during all the sessions. And Poornima ji is also commenting side by side. Thank you so much, Poornima ji. And with that, in the second session, I would like to invite Poornima ji to present her second poem first.
Thank you, Asha ji. My poem is just a reflection on how book reading, like story books or any type of book reading other than the curriculums books, slowly dying a death. Children hardly read. So it's something to do with how it's slowly eroded and maybe one day there'll be a final death knell. If we as an older generation do not do something and encourage these children to get back to books. So this is my point, a silent adieu. The doyen, all of 90 years, his granddad lay still. From the huge garlanded portrait, the grandmom looked down as siblings and family gathered around. Rites and rituals followed in gloom. The central hall, witness to glory of bygone years. Tones hushed, tempers flew, whispers sped. Siblings finally had their shares sliced. The bungalow was up for the highest bid. A disquiet, sudden stuffiness of salt and stifling breath of fresh air. Into the garden he ran, skirting overgrown shrubs and flower beds wild. Eyes caught the bookshelf of Grandpa Dear. At once, into the warm embrace of Grandpa, he drifted, clutching on to the old man's finger, down the bazaar to the local bookstall, to Higginbotham's and the library. He toured his summer vacation and the joint bookie ventures. Lonely corner, the bookshelf stood, polish on where the teak creaked as his finger ran lovingly over the Browning books. Perry Mason, Sherlock, Agatha and Haley, Ludlum and Tagore, all jumped out. Vyasa and Shakespeare, too, could not resist. Bookmarked pages, underlined paragraphs, handwritten comments. No, not scrap or junk, but were helplessly seeking refuge in caring minds, but were helplessly seeking refuge in caring minds. With shaking hand, he picked up a few as souvenirs, eyes welling up, bid a silent adieu to the treasure trove. Eyes welling up, bid a silent adieu to the treasure trove. Thank
Such a beautiful poem, Purnima ji. Of course, slowly with technology taking over, we have lost the beauty of sitting together and listening to stories. Juhi, would you like to comment on this poem?
Yeah, I mean, I knew you would choose me because I am a strong proponent of reading, and we have book clubs as well. So yes, ma'am, I agree with you. I assure you that people are reading. It's not like that those people are not reading. It has to increase for sure. But then reading as a part of life and as a national hobby is yet to come. But then I'm striving my best to, collect people. And coincidentally, we are having a book meetup tomorrow. So there are several people like me with one strong agenda that reading should be the first thing, and not only buying books at the book fair because your friend did. So with this message, Asha, I mean, take the program forward now.
you. Great.
So, thank you so much, Juhi. So now, I would like to call Juhi to share her second poem. And before that, I should tell you that her first poetry collection, Abal Tas Ka Aanchal, is a beautiful book which has been awarded as well. And she has her own group, which is called Padhne Likhne Wali. So, Purnima ji, she has been encouraging people to come and read. So, Juhi, the
And
stage
then
is yours.
Padna is always the first, Likhna is the later. So that has been my name as well, Pandya Likhne Wali on Instagram. So again, I mean, I'm a big fan of the Christmassy books like James Norbury or anything like Kung Fu Panda. I learned a lot from them. So another quote, Asha, uh, with all due respect to Poornima ji's poem, wherein the big panda again says, "We are lost again." Big panda said, "We are lost again." When I am lost, said Tiny Dragon, I find it helps to go back to the beginning and try to remember why I started. It helps to go back to the beginning and try to remember why I started. So, we spoke of Christmas, we spoke of hope, and all this lands to one strong thing called faith. Call it God, call it Supreme Almighty, and believe it or not, believer, non-believer, theist, atheist, everything, everybody has some or other kind of the faith. And with that, I would, just dedicate my poem to the Almighty, the higher consciousness, as I call him. The 2 a.m. thought. I have titled this poem. Ungodly hour. Ungodly hour, calling it a day. Half were spent, rest in dismay. Now wide awake. Partly insane, lost. I then chant your name. For the silver ball, the gleaming one. For the silver ball, the gleaming one, soul dark walk is not much fun. Stars to love, clouds to blame. Thoughtful, I then chant your name. Stars to love, clouds to blame. Thoughtful, I then chant your name. Hovered by those past images. Hovered by those past images, have dared to march the mazes. Breaking old rigid, fussy frame, moist eyes. I then chant your name. Breaking old rigid fuzzy frame, moist eyes. I then chant your name. Ditched mind. Ditched mind, stitched souls. Ditched mind, stitched souls. Rude are rules, elusive goals. Die on puppets. Die on puppets, an unknown game. Answered, I then chant your name. Doubted, thanked, prayed, troubled enough. Doubted, thanked, prayed, troubled enough. Hand hold me, God, the rains are rough. Cast morning ball. Cast morning bowl, fireball again. Assured, I then chant your name. Thank you.
That was beautiful. Beautiful, Juhi. So, Urviti, would you like to comment on Juhi's beautiful poetry?
Yeah, it was just beautiful. I don't have any words to describe her poem. Simply beautiful.
Great. So, Urviji, I would call you next to recite your second poem. And before that, because I could not share your intro in the first session, first round, Urviji is a company secretary and a law cost and management accountant with a background in corporate governance and financial strategy. She is also a trained vocalist, Kathak dancer, and certified Reiki healer, balancing professional and creative pursuits. Writing offers her a cathartic space for reflection, often inspired by everyday experiences. Her work has appeared in several anthologies. She recently was declared the winner of the Mahamukabla contest in poetry writing at the Lit Fest held in Pune in October 2025 by Literary Warriors Group. This was Bhasha and Beyond 2. Engaging with analytical and artistic disciplines, Urvi continues to navigate her personal and professional journey with curiosity and openness and gifting us with beautiful poems. And we are ready for one. Urvi ji, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Um, so, my next poem is about nature and the colors of nature and what we can learn from them, right? So, nature's quiet whisper. When life's long tunnel lost its gleam and not a single light could stream, I turned to violet blooms aglow. They whispered, "Let your kindness flow." The peacocks offered indigo pride, unveiling the world's quiet beauty. The vast blue sky did remind of infinite possibilities waiting patiently. Green trees with quiet grace taught selflessness in every embrace. The radiant yellow sun inspired me to spread warmth endlessly. Oranges bore lessons of generosity to enrich others' lives with sincerity. And red cherries, bold yet small, revealed how worth transcends it all. I made a rainbow using those hues, not from sunlight prism or dews, a rainbow weaved with courage and grace that guided me to a higher place. Nature, my silent teacher, revealed that alongside every challenge concealed, there are hues of hope and renewal, helping us find our inner jewel. Stitch your rainbow with care and choice. Let every shade reflect your voice. Because in rediscovering yourself each day, you shine without fading away. Thank you.
That was beautiful, Urvi. Of course, nature gives us so much, so many colors, like the color of winters, the color of autumns, and the color of months as well. So, with that, I will come to Promila ji. Promila ji, I could not introduce you in the first round. So, Pramila Arora ji was born in 1949. She has done MA, B.Ed, retired as principal from Government Sen Secondary School, girls from Kapurthala. Trilingual, she writes in Hindi, Punjabi, and English. She is a writer, translator, and social worker. यूं भी होता है anthology in Hindi, well received in literary circles, translated many books notable are Hindi cinema की भूली बिसरी विभूतियाँ, from English to Hindi, Words in Solitude, English to Hindi to English. So I can see a lot of books that she has translated from Hindi to English and English to Hindi. Tagore and Me is the latest book of verses with new exploration in English, recently honored with Arti Bhattacharya Memorial Award at Shanti Niketan for it, honored with innumerable awards and honors from different literary and social work organizations and featured on Doordarshan and Akashvani in different programs. What an introduction, Promilaji. And I'm really grateful that I could read it in the second round at least. So, Promilaji, the stage is yours. Please, we are waiting for your second poem. Can you hear us, Promilaji?
Hello,
Hello.
it's my turn, no?
Yes, it is yours.
Actually, I am hard of hearing a bit, and my device is start. That's why I couldn't listen properly, but I can
No,
recite.
sure. We can
I'll
hear you clearly.
recite my poem from my book Tagore and Me. It is new exploration. I have written poems on the course of Tagore, and I have been uh, honored at Shanti Niketan for this book in August. And I am reciting one of my poems out of this book. It is one of my favorite quotes. If thou speakest not, I'll fill my heart with thy silence and endure it. This is the quote of Tagore, and I have written a poem on it and on other quotes. This book contains Tagore's quotes, painting, and my poems. Oh my Lord, I came to your door, knocked at it. Nobody answered. I called you incessantly, but no response. My voice grew louder. Oh, no stir. I shouted and shouted. My heart clutched. I cried. I wailed. I burst. I sobbed with folded hands, knelt down and implored. My throat choked. Thy silence pierced my heart helplessly. I lay at your feet and filled my heart with thy silence. Oh, thou fathomless, what it was, the tranquil notes, the feeling of nothingness prevailed around me. Thou came silently. Lo, I was drenched in deep love. O my Lord, is it thy way to assure love? If it is so, I'll fill my heart with thy silence and endure it. I'll fill my heart with thy silence and endure it. And it happened with me before going to Shanti Niketan. Gurudev came into my dreams. He just put his hand on my head. I started and got up, and he hugged me and left. It was, it happened with me in dream, and I think this poem came true on that day. Thank you.
This is a very, very beautiful poem, Promilaji. And I would request Balesh ji to comment on the poem.
I think this was one of the most emotional and heartfelt poem. It really uh, involved the heart, and I could feel the pain of trying to meet your guru, and I think it's beautiful.
Absolutely. And with that beautiful poem, Baleshji, I invite you to recite your second poem.
Okay. I think since everyone has been talking about Christmas, I was feeling a bit left out. So I found a poem which I wrote, which is actually true. I was passing by, we were traveling, and somewhere we were passing by, and on the somewhere I saw a house, and I peeped in the window of that house, and I saw a dining table was laid very prettily with a red tablecloth with chairs, and the table was laid with plates. So my imagination worked overtime as it does usually. So I wrote this poem about this family. And this is about when on any festive season, when there's a family get together. So there are a lot of nuances in the relationships. We all pretend to be happy and we are happy, but there are a lot of complications in each relationship. So that's what I've tried to show in this poem. So this is titled A Family. A family sat here, perhaps. I wonder if they spoke many words that linked the heart. The heart, or did the silence hug the soul? Did they pass full dishes laden with empty smiles? Just a sec, my poem has gone. Oh, yeah. Can I start it again? A family sat here, perhaps. I think, yeah. A family sat here, perhaps. I wonder if they spoke many words that lynched the heart, or did their silence hug the soul? Did they pass full dishes laden with empty smiles, or dishes half empty with just love as garnish? Did their hearts drizzle quiet joys, or were they seasoned in sorrows sprinkled with excessive smiles? I do wonder about the family that sat here day by day.
We lost you for a moment, Baleshji.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
No,
Um,
no,
you
she was
want me
back.
to say it again? Or are we
Uh,
running short on time?
no, no, you can. I mean, I'm not sure. I think we lost the last few lines. If you can
Okay,
repeat.
okay.
Two, three lines actually.
Two, three lines, okay. So I'll start with did their hearts drizzle quiet joys, or were they seasoned in sorrows sprinkled with excessive smiles? I do wonder about the family that sat here day by day.
How sweet. That is so beautiful. And it happens sometimes when we are in mood and while traveling unconsciously, we look into some windows and see happy faces and we imagine what was going on, what is happening, how joyous they are. It's so true. With that, I would like to tell you about my friend. She's a very close friend and like a sister now. And she is a Christian. Until I met her, I did not know what exactly Christmas means. Till that time, it was only the Santa Claus, the ho ho ho, and the Christmas tree. But when she came in my life, I understood Christmas so very well, and the way she wished me and the way we gathered as a family and celebrated. It was an addition of a member and a festival in our life. It was so beautiful. With that, I would also like to add one saying that I saw and it just stayed with me. I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. The
Hmm.
love
So nice.
that we feel, the beauty that we see around, the light, the joy of Christmas. I wish that it stays with us throughout the year.
How
So,
sweet.
Nice. Very nice. Yeah.
and also during Christmas, there are a lot of movies that come on the television,
True.
and they're so happy. Sometimes it's a it's a, it gets over, but at the same time, whenever you're feeling low, you can just go back to any of these
True.
movies. You can sit with your family and you can enjoy. It
True.
is it's a very beautiful thing.
Mm.
So, with that, of course, as I mentioned, I don't have many English poems. So, uh, I will recite one of my poems that I've written on nature. So, because this is the feeling close to all of us, I hope this resonates. The supreme nurturer, a little away from the concrete jungle, a little closer to the open field. There was a lake with receding water, and farmers sighed for their eels. Cracked soil and shriveled trees littered earth with crackling leaves, shrinking puddles begging for relief, a ray of hope and a little belief. But then the moon was eclipsed by the fluffy blanket of cloud, casting a shadow on the grasslands and mounds. The skies echoed the roaring thunders. The lake blazed with lightning, and the farmers one shuddered. It poured. It poured and poured to the earth's core and filled the air with petrichor. The puddles surged, the puddles surged and the lake soared. The cicadas screeched and the frogs croaked. There was a strange but a certain harmony. Nature was creating its own symphony, quenching the thirst of every creature. With rain signaled Mother Nature, it was time for the seeds to germinate, every speck to rejoice and procreate, every blade of grass, shrubs, and trees washed clean by rain, lush and green. Insects,
Mm.
birds, and beings of the wilderness dance in the rain and play in the puddles. She is a mother and nurses all she creates, the ferocious predators and their prey, with warmth and affection unmatched, undiscerning, and unbiased. A little away from the concrete jungle, a little closer to the open field, I witnessed the life blossoming in the dying lake and parched field. In the dying lake and the parched field. So that
Good
was
imagery,
my
Asha. Yeah.
I
Asha
love
ji,
your English poems,
Asha ji,
Asha
that's what
ji.
I was also wondering why you should write more in English now. It
That's
was
what
a
I thought
beautiful
too.
poem.
Thank you
You
so
should
much. I
change
will.
it into English.
I will for sure. I've started already, and maybe in the
Sure,
next
right.
session I
Yes.
will have more poems to share.
Sure, sure, sure. We look forward to it.
Sure. So with that, we have almost come to the end of the session. This was such a beautiful session with all the technical difficulties that we faced today, and for the first time, surprisingly, I'm still enjoying the entire session. And before we leave, I would like to invite Urviji, who has joined the session for the first time, to share her experience.
Thank you so much, Asha ji. So, this is the first time I'm taking part in such a session, and it was Dr. Anshu Sharma's request or whatever recommendation. She had told me in my last session, my last live session. Why don't you take part? Have you taken part? I said, no, I've never taken part. I have just written poems, never recited many of my poems. So she told me, why don't you take part? There's only one English session per month. I said, I'll take care. I'll keep a track when that session comes and I'll take part in it. And fortunately, I could take part in the session. So it's a great experience. First of all, to be amid such stalwarts and then to recite our own poem at our own pace. Reciting is also an art and I'm learning it. But yes, it was a great experience. And I'll definitely take part in more such sessions.
That is so nice. And of course, we need more people to come for the sessions because we enjoy so much. Poetry is such a soul fulfilling thing, an art form. And
Yes.
Pramila ji is also with us for the first time. What was your experience, Pramila ji? I think she's still facing some issues. Balesh ji, you are also here for the first time. So by the
Uh,
time Pramila ji is ready, you can share your experience.
this is actually my second time,
Second session,
but
yes.
I'm not very regular, I know. So I today's session, like, it's really enjoyable in the sense it's so slow and comfortable. It's like sitting in your drawing room and talking to all of you. I think that's the feeling I got, because nobody's rushed and we are going at our own pace. I think that was the best part. And to meet all of you is like meeting you physically. I think that was my experience and takeaway. And
Thank you so much.
everyone is so kind, like they wait for you and nobody's rushing you. Oh, time is short. Nobody once mentioned the time. So I think that was it. That was the best part of it.
Thank you so much, Balesh ji. And we are sure that we will see you more often now. And
I'm
we would
sure
love to
I
continue.
will. I will. Yes.
Great. Pramila ji, can you hear us? I think she's still facing some issues. She mentioned that she is
Mhm.
facing issues in listening to us completely. That's okay, no problem. We had a great time here. So thank you so much for joining us, Pramila ji, Balesh ji, Poornima ji, Urvi ji, and Juhi, my dearest Juhi. Thank you so much for handling everything and saving my face in the last moment. So
That's
I
what
think
our
we'll come
friends are for, right?
absolutely. So we
And
can
it's a
rely on
coincidence
each
that
other.
we never joined together, and it was a coincidence that I could join together with two admins in one forum. And I'm really happy that I could hear your poems at once and not the recorded sessions.
Absolutely. It is
And it
so
was
sweet
good to
to
see you, Juhi and Asha ji, because I read so much that you're so active in the Mahamukabla. And I mean, it's good to see your face and see you hear your poetry. It was
Yeah.
wonderful. And Ashaji was so active in forming the group and really proactive. That was really, glad I met you guys.
thank you so
Same
much,
here, ma'am.
Balesh.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
with that,
Ashaji,
um,
Ashaji also spends a lot of time in
I
editing and
know, I know, I
in
know.
anthologies. Really
Yeah.
hats to
Yes,
you.
in anthologies, she was so
Mm.
helpful and active. Thank you so much for all this.
thank you so much for your kind words. And with those beautiful words, I'm saying goodbye and ending the session for today. Bye bye and enjoy your Christmas. May the joy be
Merry
with you
Christmas.
throughout the
Thank
year.
Yes,
you. Thank
Merry
Merry
you.
Christmas.
Christmas.